All right, guys, do not gamble. My picks come in at 15 minutes. I would recommend you watch the whole video, though, just so you understand what you're getting into with this game, because this is some bullshit. All right, what is up, guys? I hope everyone's doing good. You know, shit's real if you see me looking at the official NBA injury report. But luckily for both of these teams, no real injuries. I mean, I should say unexpected injuries. Very unfortunate that Mr. Suggs is still out, and he's very important to this team. And I feel like this is the game where it's really going to show that they don't have Suggs. Also, Mo Wagner, believe it or not, is very important to this team as well. His scoring off the bench and just being having a big that can consistently score from every single level off the pick and roll is extremely important for the Magic. Wendell can, but he's very inconsistent. So this is pretty significant. I know the Magic have been looking better the past 2-3 weeks. Guys, we're the NBA really just people haven't been trying for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, so Clint Capella still being out is actually pretty significant as well. So that's really it for the injury report here. I'm trying to speed this. My God, wow. Okay, this is pretty crazy, guys. Oops. So Atlanta, their last 3 games have been the Magic, the Sixers, and the Nets, and the Magic again. So far, excuse me. And then Utah, man, they had an easy schedule to close this shit out. So, can't remember if they were trying it in this top game. All right, this is it's statistically it's gonna be. This is a game you should not rely on statistics for because, oh, like the NBA season was just a joke this year, guys, especially after the All Star break. So I know a lot of people are just gonna straight up look at stats between the Magic and the Hawks, and that is not what I'm doing here. I want to look at both teams' rotations, and I honestly don't even know if that's smart. So okay, so with the Hawks, no Clint Capella. We know Double O is seriously locked into 40 minutes probably, unless he gets in foul trouble. Dropped 30 points on the fucking Magic. I actually did not know that. Uh wow. So Double O took 7 threes in this game, and he's going to have to take as many again. His 3 point shot has been so streaky. I don't even know what to recommend. 7 offensive rebounds too. I do think that is very possible for him to run it back. The Magic's just they put in such low effort rebounding. It's actually funny. Richard only seriously only God knows if he's gonna try on defense. If he's gonna have his brain in the game on offense, he'll get minutes. But that has been a serious problem for him. And 16 minutes, April 8th versus the Magic. Very possible that happens again. At the same time, it's possible he gets like 35 minutes, 40 minutes even. Just really depends on if he's going to bring it. And there's nothing statistically that is going to lead us to any conclusion. You're just going to be guessing and gambling. I can't tell you guys. I don't fucking know. If I had to guess, I do think he'll probably start, and it's very, very, very. Oh wow, Vit. Wow. Okay, yeah. So you guys see when this black bar ends, that's when somebody gets benched. So we see Richard gets benched there, and then Vit immediately comes in. So basically, we can see over and over and over. Then it's either Richard or Vit, except right here, which probably Carice was in for him. And I do think Carice will probably end up getting minutes over Richard this game. Terrence Mann too. Richard Shisha has just been too bad on defense, guys. It's really what it comes down to. And also with Carice, ATL, they play so much just like you run the offense and everybody else stand around. And it's either Carice, Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, and very occasionally Terrence Mann. I don't know. Okay, so done looking at ATL rotations. There's nothing conclusive we can say except Double O, Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, and are for sure getting 36 minutes. Carice probably gonna get 30 minimum. Terrence Mann, I think it depends. Unfortunately, I think Terrence Mann's a great player. I'm not sure. So stopping Paola in the post. Okay, before I get into that, the Magic's rotation is pretty much set in stone as well. Like they're gonna run these guys as many minutes as they can. Maybe not Wendell. Um, that's pretty much it. I could see Cole Anthony starting over Corey Joseph. Doesn't really matter either way. They're very similar players. But we know what the Magic rotation is going to be. We know what they're going to do. The same shit they always do. Hopefully Paola doesn't spam threes. If they spam threes, they're going to lose. And there's a very good chance that happens. Now, talking about how these teams line up with each other. So, obviously, with Paola and Franz, they really have nobody to match up well with them on defense. Dyson Daniels will match up against Franz, and that's a sort of tough matchup for Franz. At the same time, if he gets into the paint and he gets in downhill, Dyson cannot take him just from the size advantage. It's Franz and Paola both are huge guys. I don't think people understand that. They're very talented. They're guards in true power forward, almost modern NBA center bodies. Dyson, both of them have horrible turnover problems. Dyson can hold his own against Franz until it gets probably past like, oh, as soon as Franz gets within this range, Dyson's cooked, and it's just that's how it is. So if Franz is aggressive, he's gonna ball. If he's okay with taking these loser ball shots, he's gonna lose. Same with Paola. Paola really like I want him even closer. I want him constantly here and maybe a little bit here. Wide open threes if they're there. But ATL has absolutely nobody that can take him. And you would think from all this, wow, their two best players have huge plus matchups. They should win, right? I would be very careful with that because the Magic over and over and over again this season have shown us their identity is all over the place. Last season they were defensive stoppers that played to get the best shot on offense, even if it meant playing very slow, and they were a very scary team. Last year, the Magic, I could see them holding this Hawks team to seriously 80, 90 points, and then them scoring like 100, low 100 points max. That this game could easily be a 240 point total now. Crazy, right? So that's how the Magic win. And let me think if I'm forgetting anything. Also, KCP is playing, guys, and that's a huge negative for Trae. Although KCP, not really the same defender as a year ago or 2 years ago. Not sure what has happened, but he's always a step behind now, especially on screens. He's lost a step, and he gets caught on screens so much more these days. Just part of it. Okay. The Hawks win this by creating a lot of turnovers, not turning the ball over themselves, and taking the best available shot and creating the best available shot. If they settle for threes outside of Double O and Trey, they're probably gonna lose. Niang, wow, he only took 5 threes. Oh, there's so much that is left to chance with the Hawks. So much unpredictability. You can see here, like, this is pretty crazy. Terrence Mann, 30 minutes, didn't score a single point somehow. And that's not abnormal for Terrence Mann. Okay, I do remember this game now. The Hawks were getting just incredible 3-point looks. Seriously, wide open shooting practice, 3 points, and they were just breaking them. That's what happens. Live by the 3, die by the 3. Very possible for that to happen again this game. So, for the Hawks to win, Trey's going to be Trey. 100%. He's going to be a plus player this game. They need Double O to be paying attention and to play with full effort. That's definitely conducive to winning. Wow, who would have thought, right? That was pretty dumb of me to say. But Dyson Daniels is going to be the key here, guys. I'm guessing the Magic are going to blitz Trey on every single pick and roll. They're going to double him as much as they can. And Trey does have a plus matchup, even though it's KCP. But that really, Corey Joseph is going to be guarding Dyson Daniels. Corey Joseph or Cole Anthony, guys. And that is where ATL is going to have to exploit. That is what they're going to have to use to break down every single defense the Magic play. Just Dyson attacking the rim and dishing. It's really that simple. Dyson should be able to literally just have a layup line and just dunk all over Corey Joseph and Cole Anthony. Anthony Black, we'll see. He's been playing some really good ball this last week. He's a great defender, if you guys don't know. He can definitely hold Dyson. Dyson will probably turn the ball over way too much because he just looks like a rookie still sometimes, and that's just how he is right now. Aside from that, Terrence Mann, Caris LeVert coming off the bench are going to be huge, and Caris needs to score a little bit. They don't need to spam threes, which both of them have been doing a bit too much of. They need to create off the bench, and again, create the best available shot. And ATL, these guys are going to constantly have to play as a team. They're going to have to work together. The Magic do not have to do that. They can literally just send these two on solo missions, and good things are going to happen. As long as they don't settle for threes or like way too hard shots for no reason. But literally, all they have to do is attack right here, and Magic have a pretty easy way to win. While ATL has to play real deal basketball, and they have to run a lot of plays all the time. Unless they can get in transition, which is very possible. And turnovers are definitely a problem with this Magic team. So now I've said all this, I'm going to tell you my prediction. This is pretty obvious for me that the spread is way too high. This should be a pick'em for sure. I'm shocked the spread is so high. I'm shocked the money line for ATL is plus 200. Wow. I like the money line better than the spread because there's a chance ATL gets blown out. And I think if it is close, ATL will probably win because these two dumb fucks just have been on bullshit and been doing some of the stupidest shit you'll ever see. I don't understand it, but that's just how it is. Also, I hate to do this, but Anthony Black, he's very young. I don't even think he's 20 years old yet, guys. And in the past, when the pressure's been on, he really hasn't performed. I would be wary of that if I'm betting the Magic. The Magic are going to have they need at least some production out of their guards, so ATL has to respect them, and they can't just solely focus on these two. Which you would think, yeah, they're NBA players. That should be pretty easy. That is not so. The Magic have had so many bad games this season. I just okay, and this is the game that on April 13th, so super recent. I can't. I think ATL did want to win this. I can't. Oh wow, no, they didn't. Yeah, trade didn't even play, so this is completely useless, guys. I guess we could look Terrence Mann. See, did he shoot the ball well? 9 of 14. That's really good. This is a nightmare if you're looking at stats or trying to make conclusions off history, because I mean, there's one game we can really look at for ATL. And the Magic do the same thing every day. So, conclusion, guys. ATL money line is what I like. It's plus 200. That means it's pretty unlikely. I think it's more likely that the money line hits than ATL spread. If you're going Magic, six. The spread is 6 right now. I'm like just straight up -6. That's a lot of points for a playoff game. At the same time, I'm completely fine with it. If you think the Magic are going to play good basketball, probably that should be your bet. I'm personally, I'm not betting on the Magic today. I wouldn't. I have a feeling this guy right here is going to spam threes, and it's going to cost his team the game. It's just a feeling I have. No evidence to back it up. It's just a fucking feeling. So my advice would be personally wait and watch at least 6 minutes of the first quarter, 6 minutes of game time, and then you'll see what Pela's mindset is. You'll see what Fran's mindset is, and I think you'll have a much better grasp of how this game is going to play out. It's just I don't believe in the Magic at all. With Suggs, I do. Suggs, for sure. All that spread is probably right, but Suggs isn't in, guys. And also, it's going to be very important to just see, is Richard Shisher going to be fucking trying, or is he just going to be out there being a fucking jackass for no reason? This dude is making nearly 20 mil a year already, guys, by the way. That's how much rookies get paid in the NBA now if you're a first pick. Like, he's getting paid like he needs to be a very good player in these playoffs, and I just don't see that happening, man. He's been too bad. Niang is also a very streaky shooter. He could come in and shoot the Magic out of the game, legit. This game, I do expect this to be a game of runs, for sure. I mean, every game is, but the Hawks will get the lead at some point. Like, it's gonna happen. This graph could be likely, which just anytime it's up here, the Hawks are winning, and anytime it's down here, the Magic are winning. I think this will be a good game, close game, as long as Payola isn't spamming threes. We'll see. Either team can win. It's going to be who wants it more, who has the better game plan, who is willing to create better shots, and who is not willing to settle for bullshit shots. So, sorry, but I have no real conclusion for you except plus 200 Hawks money line. And of course, they're an underdog for a reason. So, it's unlikely they're going to win. It's a tough game. Tough game. As far as player props go, I really don't like betting on player props, guys. 00 points is solid. 00 3 points is solid. 3-pointers made. That's really the only thing that sticks out to me so much. Dyson Daniels 3 steals if it's around -120. I think that's a solid bet. And that's really it. Maybe you could go Payola points, Franz points, but I'm not so sure, guys. I wouldn't recommend that. And I really don't like betting on player props, so for real, at your own discretion. And this isn't a game I would bet on at all. Way too much variance, way too much inconsistency, way too many variables. out of sight that are like psychological for the players at play here. So it's just really, really hard. All right, got the Warriors Grizzlies video coming up for you guys now.